The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has dismissed the suit filed by the People's Democratic Party, seeking to declare the seat of Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade and his deputy, Ivara Esu, vacant, following their defection to the ruling All Progressives Congress. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the Senate has passed a bill that seeks to establish a Federal University of Transportation in President Muhammadu Buhari's hometown, Daura, Katsina State. The proposed university is expected to gulp at least $50 million and is already 50% completed. The piece of legislation was passed during plenary on Wednesday, following the consideration of a report by the Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TET Fund. The committee was tasked with conducting public hearing and further legislative work after the second reading of the bill. At number 9, Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle flagged off the distribution of 260 vehicles to traditional rulers in the state on Wednesday in Gusau, the state capital. Matawalle is also constructing palaces for emirs in the state. The flag-off was performed by the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar III. The cars were brand new 2019 Cadillacs for 17 emirs, 13 senior district heads and 230 district heads. Speaking at the event, the governor said the gesture was in recognition of the role of traditional institutions in maintaining peace in the state. He promised the traditional rulers that he would stay steadfastly committed to providing for their welfare, safety, and any essential support that will allow you to carry out your duties without incident and with bigger successes. At number 8, the managing director of the Bank of Agriculture, Alwan Ali Hassan, who was among those abducted on the 28th of March 2022 by terrorists, has regained his freedom. Ali Hassan, one of the passengers of the ill-fated Kaduna-Abuja train, where 8 passengers were killed, some injured and others whisked away by terrorists, was released on Wednesday, April 6th. He was kidnapped alongside over 100 passengers whose families have declared missing after the train was bombed by terrorists. In a viral video released on Wednesday, he's seen standing alongside his captors. Speaking in Hausa, one of the terrorists said they released Mr. Hassan because of his age, position, and the fact that he was observing Ramadan. Mr. Hassan said he was leaving many people languishing with the terrorists in their camp, while urging the government to secure their release. Meanwhile, the terrorists have threatened to turn their den to an abattoir if the federal government fails to meet their demands. At number 7, armed men on Wednesday afternoon attacked and killed 2 internally displaced persons who were rebuilding their homes at Ranti's Gashish district in Bakin-Ladi local government area of Plateau State. The armed men suspected to be terrorists also injured many others and burnt a vehicle. The community is one of the resettlement camps for internally displaced persons who are victims of previous attacks in the district. It was gathered that the attack took place at about 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday when the gunmen stormed the settlement on motorcycles. The injured were conveyed to hospital by the men of the Bakin-Ladi division of the Nigerian Police Force. At number 6, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has issued a 2-day ultimatum to political appointees and public servants in his administration to resign if they have interest in contesting any position in the 2023 general election. The Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Bauchi State Governor, Mukhtar Gidado, made this known in a statement on Wednesday night. He said that the governor's directives to the appointees were contained in a circular issued by the Secretary to the Bauchi State Government, Ibrahim Kashim. At number 5, the Hisbah Board in Jigawa State has seized 1,426 bottles of assorted alcoholic beverages in 2 local government areas of the state. The Hisbah commander in Jigawa, Ibrahim Dahiru, who made this known on Thursday, explained that the alcoholic beverages were confiscated when Hisbah operatives raided hotels, drinking joints, and sports. The commander added that 15 suspects, including a woman, were apprehended during the raids. At number 4, President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the House of Representatives seeking an increase in the 2022 budget deficit to be financed through borrowing from the domestic market. Buhari said this in a letter read by the Speaker of the House, Femi Gbajabiamila, during plenary on Thursday. The President also requested for the review of the 2022 medium-term expenditure framework upon which the budget was hinged. The Speaker thereafter referred the letter to the House Committee on Finance for further legislative action. At number 3, the Defense Headquarters has disclosed that a notable commander of Boko Haram terrorist, Saleh Mustafa, has surrendered to troops of Operation Hadinkai in northeast Nigeria. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Bernard Onyeko, disclosed this while addressing journalists on the operations of the military between March 25th and April 7th on Thursday in Abuja. He said a total of 51,114 terrorists and families comprising 11,398 men, 15,381 women, and 24,335 children had so far surrendered to troops as of April 5th. According to him, all surrendered terrorists have been documented, while rescued civilians and recovered items have been handed over to the appropriate authorities for further action. At number 2, the Federal Ministry of Power has unveiled 10 electric-powered motorcycles manufactured by Max Nigeria under its electric vehicle opportunities in rural and peri-urban communities in Nigeria. The unveiling event took place on Thursday in Lagos State. The pilot project was funded by the European Union and the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development within the framework of the Nigerian Energy Support Program. The motorcycles were deployed to Gbamu Gbamu mini-grid solar community in Ogun State to transport goods and agricultural produce under the pilot phase of the program. Finally, at number 1, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has dismissed the suit filed by the People's Democratic Party seeking to declare the seat of Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade and his deputy Ivara Esu vacant following their defection to the ruling All Progressives Congress. In a judgment delivered on Thursday, Justice Taiwo held that Ayade and Esu could not be sacked from their positions other than through statutory procedures that were stipulated in sections 180, 188, and 189 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. It held that defection to another political party was not stated as one of the grounds for the removal of either a governor or his deputy. The PDP had in its suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/975/2021 prayed the court to sack both Ayade and his deputy, contending that the duo, having abandoned the political party that sponsored their re-election, ought to vacate their respective offices. That's all for today, but before I go, I would like to remind you that the 2023 general elections is drawing closer. Do not fail to get your permanent voter's card. See you next time on What's Happening.